Howdy everybody, it's Amy here from Amy's Sparkly Diamond Painting. I've got a Temu haul. Yay, it's Temu haul time. Yes, I did make a promise when I did the last Temu haul, which was mostly cross-stitch and other things, that I'd go back and try to do a diamond painting Temu haul for y'all that had a little more that might be interesting to a lot of you. So that's what we have here. It finally came all together. So I have 4 large diamond paintings, including one that came in the box, as well as a couple small things here. But I wanted to take a quick second, because this is all my stuff. This isn't a PR package or anything. I wanted to take a quick minute to talk about US shipping for those of you that don't know what's going on. And that's related to Europe shipping and the European Union, and it is affecting also some of our small shop diamond painting companies here in the US. So I did a video earlier this week from the Stamp Stitch Club, and I mentioned that they now have smaller canvases, and I was going to go ahead and make an order for the smaller ones. Well, I cannot. So unfortunately, the day after I put that video out, they announced that at least for the moment, they are temporarily stopping shipping to the United States. And that has happened across several European countries, and I believe Australia, New Zealand, India, several countries out there have temporarily stopped shipping to the US, but it's temporary. But what happened was the de minimis, if you've ever heard of that, the idea that tariffs won't be charged for anything under $800, it already went into effect for China. That affected a lot of the Temu prices and AliExpress and all that. But the same thing has happened now to European countries. So a lot of the postal services are not set up to collect tariffs, and so they have temporarily halted shipping to the US while they figure that out. So we're talking Britain, Germany, I don't know, I don't have the whole list of countries, but what it means is that the Stamp Stitch Club is currently not shipping to the US, so when I tried to place my order, it said they could not ship to me. And some other companies as well have done that, at least for the moment, until they figure out how to charge tariffs appropriately so that they will go through customs. So what that means, it is affecting a lot of small shops, including diamond painting shops. So a lot of them have gone, at least in the US, have gone to what we call drop shipping, where stuff comes straight from China for diamond paintings. That kind of goes around some of the tariff stuff. So some companies have resorted to that. Bella Art de Nicole just made an announcement that they had to switch companies, and they're working on that. So what that means is, all that to say, if you do go to a website of any kind, diamond painting or cross stitch right now, and it's especially a small shop, it's not the big companies, go ahead and read their shipping policies. And if they're not shipping to the US right now, you'll find out when you try to check out, and they won't let you check out. But just be aware and read through the shipping policies and the tariff policies, because every company is handling it a different way. Now, I did place a Temu order just 2 days ago of junk journal stuff, and it's still $1 or $2 and coming in large packages, and shipping's pretty quick. A lot of it is local warehouse, but it seems like Temu is still able to handle the tariffs. It's just the prices are a little bit higher on some things. And I should also add that for that de minimis $800 cap going away, there is still no tariffs being charged for items like gifts or things under $100, or I think some books. So you may not notice it for smaller shipments. So I usually try to buy everything in one big package all at once to save on shipping, but it may actually be more wise at the moment to make sure your prices are, or what you're buying is under $100, and maybe it'll be able to ship out. So just wanted to put that out there. Just read what each company is saying about their shipping and check it out, or ask questions if you don't see anything on their website to make sure. Now, Whatabiz just put out a statement. My dogs are saying hi. Wadabiz, I've done one video for them. I have another one waiting. Well, I say for them, they are my purchases. But Wadabiz is a Canadian stamp cross-stitch company, and they have their tariffs being handled and everything, so no shipping has been stopped for them, so no worries there. And of course, the big name companies, Dreamer Designs, Diamond Art Club, they're still getting their stuff through with no problem. Dreamer Designs does charge a tariff, though, for U.S. customers. So check it out, be careful, and hopefully we'll get it straightened out with those European companies, because I feel really bad that I told everybody to go shop at the Stamp Stitch Club only to find out the day after that you can't if you're in the US. So let's do Temu haul. That's what you're really here for. So I do have 4 larger paintings. 1, 2, 3, actually I see 5. I can't count today, so I'm going to move those off to the side and get through the little ones here. So we'll start with our cactus because that's the most obvious here. And there are 2 in this one. So I saw these. They have some sort of sticky things here to stick them to the wall, I guess. But they may be supposed to be like cutting boards or something, but we're just going to use them as decorative cacti. So let's see what we got here. Of course, you can already see with this one, basic toolkit, but this time we have a white tray and pen. That's a little bit different. We've got our diamonds. Yes, these are some sort of double-sided sticky foam things to help stick them to the wall. There's only 2 for each one, and these are kind of heavy plywood, so you'd probably need something a little bit more sturdy than that to hold them up. But here are the 2 designs. Hopefully the glare's not too bad there. So these are thick plywood. You can see how thick they are there. Not sure exactly how many millimeters that is, but it looks like maybe 5. We'll guess 5, but it is nice sturdy plywood here. And we have the cover, and it is very sticky indeed. We don't have, of course, a key because this is a 3-dimensional item. Well, 2.5 dimensions. We'll say 2.5 dimensions. How about that? It's actually 2-dimensional because it doesn't stand outward any more than that. But anyway, we've got some floral designs here, and I believe these are still available on there. I like that it came in a package of 2. I like that style of floral artwork there. And we have pretty rhinestones here, and it's already kitted up in those baggies that I like. So this is actually looking good so far. We got a different type of bag here. You can tell a little less crinkling there to open them up. But here are the rhinestones, and aren't they pretty? There's some orange. There's some red. I'm gonna fix my light ring just a little bit. There we go. Some gold, light blue, medium blue there. Yellow, oops, silver, kind of a light red, purple, dark red, and of course my favorite, the greens. Not a whole lot of green for cacti, but that's because they're more abstract art here. But that's it. No special diamonds or anything like that, but these are the good baggies that are numbered and have that little diamond shape on them. We see these a lot, and I do like these baggies. Since this is a small project, I'll just work from the baggies. So we'll put those back in there, and I'll go ahead and stick our little sticky things in there just to keep them from getting lost. But the symbols on these looks like numbers, just like a standard coaster there. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see how it's printed. A little bit of space in between them, but not too bad. Looks like it's pretty full. Some of the more budget-friendly coasters have been coming in with a lot of space between each diamond, but these all look like they're tucked in pretty tightly together, which makes for a little bit better end result without a bunch of sticky left over. So it looks pretty good. So I know that was kind of a quick one, but we've got some big canvases to go through here. And this packaging is actually decent. It's slightly different packaging, so I'm able to very easily put that one away. Next we have another mini set, and this is a different set of the landscapes. I love the landscapes, and I've bought a couple different ones of these, but this is a little bit different than the other ones. So we do have some houses on this, some indoors, and that's an interesting looking house, but we also have the landscapey looks here. So this one did come a little bit squished. I haven't looked inside of it, it just came that way. So hopefully everything's in here. I'll probably move it to another container, but this one came like the last one that I looked at. Don't want to lose that. And then it came rolled up like this, and this one is folded over 3 times. So it's going to take a little flattening before we can do this one. And this is pretty thick here, so that is probably the one downside of these, is that you do have to flatten them before you can even think about working on them, because they are squished in there pretty tight in order to fit in the box. But they are a little bit bigger, and they do have easy to read symbols here. It says 55 by 62, but I think, again, that's the original size before it's cut down. But we do have all the images here. They're just going to be a little bit hard to tell right now until I can put them under a mattress and get them flat. I did not have any trouble long term with the other ones. They did flatten just fine. I think the last Temu haul had the other mini set that I bought. But it looks like they are hand rendered. I'm not seeing any digital confetti or anything like that. You can kind of tell they're in the sky. Everything looks like it's meant to be there. We've got 2 of them kind of stuck together there at the edge. Since they may print this first and then cut it, it means the edges can be just slightly sticky, and some of the margins here are very, very close. So here's, that one's full of pink. Again, I see these stuck together here. So there should be 4 in the set. I mean, 4 per row, 12. You're wondering, what do you mean by 4? I was thinking of the rows of the picture. So yes, 12, I believe. And this one is cut way too close there. That one's going to need some special treatment for mounting or something. So that one's a bit disappointing there. That's a bit too close. And same with that one. That one is cut right up to the edge. You could probably still fit a diamond on there, but the mounting is going to be a bit tricky. There's that one. And last 2 here. There's our autumn picture. And, oh, nope, 3. Since they're stuck, it's kind of hard to tell. There's our waterfall. And the last one there. So a little disappointing to see how close they are cut. I'm gonna definitely be trying to flatten those. But this was another one. The price was right, but I can see why the price was what it was. So we do have our sheet here showing the symbols with the numbers. You can run this through a sticker maker if you want, or just cut them out and tape them. But we do have the symbols and the DMC numbers here. Looks like 35 different colors, which isn't too bad, but I do like the colors on these. I do like the mini landscapes, but not so sure about this set with the way they're cut and folded in there. So we'll just take a quick look here at the diamonds. This is a round instead of square, so I guess if you're looking for minis, there aren't as many round ones out there, but no special diamonds or anything like that in this, but they are rounds. And with rounds, most companies use acrylic for rounds, so they look pretty good there. So we're going to let that one kind of flatten. And toolkit, I guess I should point out, because it does have tweezers in there and a different tray. 3 pads of wax, it looks like, or 2 of the long ones. And some multi-placers and a squishy, so a little bit better toolkit with that one. Okay, let's get into these big ones here. Let's see, we'll start with the smallest big one. So these are all Temu, and what I do is I do a search for diamond painting XXL, and also you can sort them by price, high to low, and those will show you where the bigger ones are, and you can take a look because I do prefer bigger ones due to the rendering. So we'll take a look at what we have here with our first one. And as usual, when they're not quite as big, I will go abstract art because it will come out usually pretty good. All right, so we have kind of an abstract floral type, like these are simulating the long stripes here, maybe trees in the background. It's an outdoor scene there, but that's how it looks. Maybe a painted wall back there behind the flowers, whatever you prefer to imagine it as. It's not really very clear, but it's abstract, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll this one out. It did come rolled up, but it's not creased, so those little bumps on the back, they will come out over time. But we do have 20 colors, so not very many, but it is a rainbow picture, so we're not trying to blend a background or look realistic. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick, just because it's bugging me and it'll help it flatten out there. I won't do the whole thing and make you sit through that. But here's a close-up here. And if I can find the links, if they're still available, I will put them below for these, because this one actually looks pretty good. We've got, it's one of those where the background is printed on, and then the symbols put, oh, my pupper saw something outside, and then the symbols are put over the top, so we don't have like, losing my voice. I've been going through a little bit of a cold the last week, because my kiddos have brought it home from Walmart. But we do have, it's not like hand rendered or anything, it's just the symbols put over the background painting there, so you're gonna miss a few of the details, but I do see these lines here are actually marked with symbols. So we have 1 through 8, and then some capital letters there, A, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, you get the idea. So there's no O, no B. They were very careful about their symbol choices there. And with only 20 colors, it's not going to be too bad here. So really pretty little floral design. This will be a fun rainbow one for a relaxing sort of day. Maybe a rainy day when you need a little sparkle and color. So we do have round drills with this one. And I'm not going to open this up. I think with only 20 colors, we can see them all there. They are in baggies and numbered on the baggies there. Oops, let me get that in camera view. So no inventory sheet or anything to make a sticker sheet with. You can, since these symbols are just numbers and alphabet letters, you can put stickers on these of your own with the symbols on them if you wish. But this one is a 40 by 50, and it looks like it is actually a 40 by 50, but let's find out. Nope, 35. So 35 by 45 on the diamond painting area. Oh, that is our first big one. I'm happy with that one. We'll put that in the keep pile. Excuse me for my voice. And this one. This one came in some interesting packaging. It came in this plastic container. I've never seen that before, and the edges on this one are very bright. Now normally you can remove the ink around the edges by using alcohol if you don't want like the legend and all that. On this one it looks kind of different, so we'll have to check this out. So this is taped in there. It's kind of a little bit harder plastic. There you can see the packaging. It reminds me of a couple packaging techniques that Oraloa uses. Huh, yes, definitely looks a little bit different here. So this is not a real big one. Come on, voice. You were working until I decided to film. Boy, I'm old. Using the word film. What is film? So I already noticed right off the bat the canvas here is soft on the back. It does have the scalloped edging and everything, so this feels like a little bit better quality. So we don't have the legend printed on here. Put it that way. This can go either way because this is shells and this is the ocean here. So it could go this way. It could even go this way. It really doesn't have a top or a bottom, but it does have some white print up here indicating this might be the top up here. And let's see, the size here says 30 by 40. So maybe this is one of those that is true to size. Let's find out. Yes, because that looked too big to be a 25. So yes, the 30 by 40 is a diamond painting area, but I like the idea here that the background is printed. That's really pretty. So the glue does stick over the edge though, which is kind of a conundrum here because normally we'd put washi tape over that. But with the pretty background, you don't want to do that. Maybe you do still. I think I probably would. I think it's kind of cool though. This will be another one that'll be a fun to diamond paint one. Let me move this out of the way so you can see it here fully. So nice rainbow colored shells and ocean theme, but I like the style of it. That's kind of neat. And I do like the thicker, nice canvas here. So the toolkit is just like the last one we saw. We've got tweezers, we have a double pad of wax, and we have multi-placer in there, so a little bit better toolkit. But this is also interesting because the diamonds come inside of this little zipper pouch, which is kind of cool because it doesn't make a sound for you guys, and you can keep it and use it for other things afterwards. Oh, check this out. Look what else we got. Let's see if they're marked. Yes, indeed, we have stickers. So it looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 33, 36 colors is what we have here. So we have sticker labels printed for us with the DMC and the symbol. Very nice. So it's a little bit better quality than you typically see with Temu. And we have our very small prints here on the inventory sheet here. So it does show our 36 colors, but it's weird because these numbers are out of order. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and I think I know why, because number 4 is down here. Yes, indeed, we see AB, we see FD, and SJ. So we do have some special diamonds in here. I'm guessing the FD is for the, I don't want to say the word fairy, but we do have some glitter dust drills, so maybe that should be a GD to keep out of trouble there. So 2 ABs, a dust drill, and I don't know what SJ is. We're going to have to find out, but it shows us how to diamond paint on there as well. So we will take a peek in here, and that makes sense now on why the numbers are out of order on there. So 32. Guessing we need to look here at the end. 30. There we go. Oh, pretty, pretty. These are squares. So we do have SJ is a rhinestone. Pretty, pretty. And the FD looks like actually some jelly glitter drills. So they do use a silver glitter, but they almost look kind of translucent there. What we call jelly diamonds. So a little bit different there on those glitter drills. They're a little bit more obvious. And then here's our ABs. So blue and the red. So the blue will probably highlight the water, and then this red for the main shell, and maybe the purple down here in this coral. So that was 4, yes, 4 special diamonds, and then the rest are in these standard baggies with the DMC number. And look at those diamonds. I may have to check on this one because those look like resin diamonds. They look really, really nice. Flat backs, very sparkly. So this may be another newer company that's trying to enter the little bit higher end world of diamond painting, because these look really nice. And the fact that they come with a sticker sheet means someone out there is listening or watching all our efforts we go through to first making our own stickers for our containers. So, of course, this one is small enough I might just keep it in the baggies. But nice little pouch there and resealable, so very easy to put away. This would be one that's almost portable to take somewhere with you. So very, very nice. I'm happy with this one. So I will put the link below. Now these weren't cheap, obviously. These are a little bit nicer, bigger ones, but I just wanted to show that you can get some nicer stuff off of Temu. So I was looking for a company name real quick on this one to help. There's a manufacturer name, but I'm not sure if that's a company that's selling it. I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but they even have an email account. So a little bit different there. Move that to the side. Let's get going here. I can talk all day. Okay, how about this one? Okay, this one is a little bit different, but I've been spreading my wings more and more, as you may have seen with some of the PR packages, on doing some ladies. Which, by the way, an update on the coup deals. I am going to go ahead and do the lady, since that seemed to be the one that most of you wanted to see, the jewelry lady. So I will see how far I can get, hopefully by August 30th. So I can do my end of the month video and show you. So that's the plan for that one. Oh boy. Okay. That one was a little bit bigger than I remembered. So we do have two basic toolkits on this one. This looks like an Alphonse Mucha, but it's not, I don't believe. I think it's just in the style. So I'll put the thumbnail there. It is a lady in the background here, kind of that French style, but it's not an official Mucha painting. So it is a 50 by 100 is what this claims, but only 21 colors. So here's the top. Looks like the printing though is pretty clear. This is another one where they put the background picture and then just put symbols over the top, so not hand rendered or anything. So like the lines here on the flowers on her head there, looks like there are some symbols in there, but that may be a little bit difficult to make out, but that's why I picked one really big, so that it would hopefully come through there. The little speckles here, it looks like they are rendered on there with the symbol. So let's take a look. Here's her pretty face. And then we've got all the different colored little circles in her hair and the background. And here's another place where the detail probably won't come through quite as much, but we'll see how it goes. But she's got really, really long hair. I'll keep going here. Really, really, really long hair. When I was a little girl, I dreamed of having really, really long hair. I could never get there, but that's okay. So that's the bottom here. So I like the colorful design here. Somewhat colorful. I mean, it's kind of muted colors, but I like these circles going all the way up on both sides here. I think some of the hair will come through, but there are a lot of small lines on this one, and that's why for this type of design you really do need to go big. So that's why it is so big with the 50 by 100, but it only shows 21 colors, but this looks really thick, and that's because there are a lot of diamonds for each color here, because this is such a large painting. Look at those pretty colors. So I love the greens on this one. There is a fair amount of black though, but these are round drills and they are acrylic as expected. So round drills with black and dark blue are a little bit easier to deal with because you don't have to squish them right up next to each other as you do with squares. So They are in the nice thicker baggies, but you will have to put your own symbols on there. And speaking of symbols, we have 1 through 9 and then some alphabet. So it looks pretty clear there. Let you see the corner. Definitely very sticky, but this is the basic canvas. It's not like any sort of fancy canvas. It is the thinner plastic shower curtain type. That's just in my mind, the best way to describe it. And it does have some wrinkles right now that we will have to flatten out, but nothing significant. A lot of this is just related to the cover paper. So those are easy to fix with just straightening out the cover paper. But since this design is so big, I'm not going to do that right now on camera. I'm going to have to get on the kitchen table to do that. But there's another view of her soft face there. And skin tones. It looks like that's maybe the main skin tone there, and maybe that. So not a whole lot. There's some pretty strong pink there. But we'll have to see how that goes by doing it. This one may put away for a while because I got so many other things going on. But I wanted to show you what you could get for big diamond paintings on Temu. So that is that one. Okay, one more and then we'll get to the box, which is the last one. So here's another big one because it's heavy. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we're back. The neighbors had a work truck show up. They're getting an air conditioner replaced. Ouch, expensive, but that made the dogs go nuts. So we're going to take a look at this next one. Here, I think the phone got crooked here. Let me try to fix that so you guys don't fall off. So this is another one with a scratchy canvas. This one feels a little bit thinner, kind of older school. So a little bit more on the budget side, and it does show the wrinkles in there. So this one is a little bit more beat up. Hopefully you can see some of that. But this is a design that is very similar to a stamp cross stitch that I did. And it's another long one. But I'm a little more worried about this one than the other one. So we'll move these out of the way first so I can get to the top and show you the thumbnail. But you can already see what the issue is here. This is not a very good canvas. Nope. It's over here. So here is our thumbnail. We got flowers of various colors with a blue sky background here. So it's probably kind of hard to see there. This one only has 28 colors. This is a different company because of the symbols being used here. We got some numbers, some alphabet, and some other symbols down here at the bottom. This is another one where they print the picture and then put the symbols over the top rather than hand rendering, of course. So you do see like these lines here. It looks like maybe there's a 1 here that's a number 4, maybe over there, but the U's from the sky background go right through that, so that's not going to come through very well. Some of these with the thin outlines, those are going to show around the diamonds, but they're not going to actually be diamond painting. But the big concern on this one is the canvas. So this is going to have to flatten for a while. It may need the ironing treatment. It's one of the plasticky ones that'll melt under the iron though if you use a heat setting that's too high. So I'm not real happy about the canvas used on this one, but I didn't pay a lot. I mean, again, this is budget friendly, so you have to set your expectations based on what you pay for them. So you get what you pay for, basically. So this is another 50 by 100, but it had a rough trip here, I think. It probably printed just fine in the factory, but once it went through the shipping process, it got pretty mangled here around the edges here, so it's going to take a little work. to get this one, but I love the picture. I love the rainbow flowers there, or leaves. It's kind of, they look a little bit more like leaves. It is AI art. So you see some with 4 petals, some with 5, some with 3, but even some with 2 there. But I do like the colors. So let's take a look here at the diamonds. We do have big, heavy bag of diamonds, and this is another round drill. So that'll help maybe some of those lines come through around the diamonds. But we have some pretty good colors here, 28 different colors. They are in the nice baggies. And I'm not seeing any issues or trash, and no black drills with this one. So no 310. The darkest we have here, it looks like, is this dark purple. So you can see the little dimples in the backs of these, but that's to be expected because, again, budget friendly, and most rounds for most companies are acrylic or a resin blend instead of full resin, because round drills are just hard to do in straight resin. So, a little mixed feelings about this one. I love the picture. This is one where I would work sideways. If you're wondering how in the world do you do one of these really long ones, is I would put it like this and just work from it sideways and roll it across as I work on it. Now I've got my camera set up here in the way, which keeps me from putting it exactly like I would with the light pad, but that's how I would work this one. But it needs some TLC before I would even try to work on it, because these wrinkles are going to take a little while to flatten out, and if I tried to diamond paint it right now, it would be all lopsided and hard to place those diamonds. So we'll wait on this one. I will, however, try to roll it up carefully. There was no inventory sheet or anything with this one as well. But we will see what we can do with that one. But that's the older style plasticky canvas that's a little bit harder to deal with. Okay, we got our last one here. Now this one came in a box, although the box was split open when it came here, but it was probably enough to protect it. So this is Whoa Art. I can't talk. Whoa Art, W-O-W. There. Whoa Diamond Art 100% resin drill. So this is supposed to be a little bit higher quality as well. So we will find out. It did at least come in a box. It does have the picture printed at the end, but sort of. You'll see what I mean. But the box did not hold together. Here's the picture printed at the end. So this is a mystery kit. So I thought I'd take my chances here, because I really do not have any idea what this picture is. But this is a 45 by 58 centimeters, so it's a decent size there. And it does come in this plastic within the box, and it looks pretty good. There's one little dent there where the box was kind of smushed, but I do see scalloped edges, and it says resin drills. So let's see what we got here. It's heavy. We have a princess lady, looks like. Oh yeah. Okay. And a sticker sheet, and a toolkit, and our diamonds. So this one isn't crazy big like the last two that I showed. It is the soft canvas here. That's why I'm rolling it the other way, so you can see it. It's a soft canvas with the scalloping edges and everything, and it did flatten very easily. The back looks great. So that box did protect it very well, and it's not too big, but probably in the camera you can especially see the design there, so it's not too much of a mystery. I see a big monarch butterfly right there. But we do have a lady with long hair. Here's her eyes and her lips there. And I'm not completely sure about the background. It looks like some sort of arch There, we got some other flowers here in her dress. And that looks like a wing maybe coming off of there. So she may be a fairy. Yes, okay. So yes, that's a wing. So not too much of a mystery, but that's okay. We have 51 different colors here and lots of different types of symbols. This is definitely a company I've never seen before because there are some unusual symbols in there. But the good news is this. So you don't have to learn to draw those weird symbols because we do indeed have a sticker sheet. So you can almost see the design there in their question mark. Not really a secret. Yeah, I see another wing here. It's even more clear, I think, on that. So we have an angel. There are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. Whoa, whoa, art. It is 40 by 53, 100% resin square drill. And these are individually cut little stickers here. So I need to take a look at this company and see what else they have to offer. But here's our toolkit, a little bit higher end toolkit as well, as you'll see here in a second. Because we do have the big heavy tweezers, very, very nice tweezers actually. We got the pen, the multi-placers, the squishy, the tray, and the wax in one of these. So pretty happy with this one. A couple different multi-placers in there, but really nice set of tweezers here. So, and ooh, look at those colors. Since we don't really have a picture to see, we have to kind of read into the colors a little bit. I see ABs, I see a couple rhinestones, and I see some glitter drills in there. So we do indeed have special drills as well. So lots of pretty purples and greens and blues. I'm glad I saved this one for last because this looks really promising. So let's see what the sticker sheet says about special drills here. They are labeled, here's 3 with AB after it. There's KJ, KY, and then 3 Z's. I think the K's are the rhinestones and the Z's are the glitter drills. But we will take a look here. Now this one is a little bit harder to find the opening. There we go. And I probably won't take all of these out, but they were very nice by making the, I shouldn't say nice, they were very good about putting all the special diamonds at the very end here. So we have a bright yellow AB, we have an orange, we have the white AB, so not a whole lot of any one color, but there are 3 different ones. Then we have these gold. It's interesting because the back looks very white or silvery, and then the top is gold. So these are going to come out as gold, but they use that clear diamond as the background for that. So that's kind of cool. That's a KJ. And then we have these that are silver, but with a black, that the silver is overlaid so that the silver really comes through there. So looks really nice there. And then these are the glitter drills. So we have a yellow and a purple, and they use the silver glitter on these, so it does make the diamond color come off a little bit lighter. And then we have the blue, very, very pretty. So not a ton of any one color, but it's not a really big canvas, so you wouldn't expect a ton. Those back at the end there. I can never get them back the way they do. They are experts at loading these bags up. Let's see what this is. Probably 939. Yes, it is. I'm not sure if there are any 310s, but I don't see any. So they are in DMC order in here, which is why I'm trying not to mix them up too much. But this will be kind of fun because even though I know the picture, which I usually do for mysteries, the colors are really neat. And it is a new to me company, so I'll be, let's hold that up first. I'll be curious about spacing and all that, but really big sticker sheet here. I'm gonna go ahead before I pack this away though and cut this because it is so rolled up. Some of the stickers, I'm afraid, will try to come loose if I roll it back up quite that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that part off. And that way when I roll this, hopefully those stickers will stay safe. So that's what I have for you for my Temu haul. And so you are indeed able to get some pretty nice canvases on Temu. Now these aren't like cheap. They're in the $20 range, I think, for a lot of them, but that's definitely a little more affordable for some that can't get the premium canvases, because they are expensive if you're not already in the system and have rewards points and other ways to get coupons and all that. But I do recommend still for Diamond Art Club, for Dreamer Designs, that you go ahead and get on their mailing list and get those emails, because that's how you find out about the good sales for those. But in any case, Temu does have some pretty good diamond paintings, so I'm going to check out this company. Love the soft canvas. The size is great. Resin drills. We'll just have to see how the spacing goes, but I love those special drills in this one. This is going to be a lot of fun, I think. So that was that one. Then we had this one that wasn't quite so nice because of the way it was kind of tortured in shipping and the type of canvas that it's printed on, but that was our big old flower one here. Then we had our Mucha style lady here. I rolled the thumbnail up, but you remember her. And then we had this neat one, which has, I think this one was even a little bit more affordable than the mystery, but it has the nice soft canvas and the pretty border. So, and I think that one may be resin drills as well. Then we have our abstract flowers here. That one was pretty good. Not so sure how this is going to come out with the minis here, but we'll give it a try after we flatten them. Can use the diamonds to help flatten them. And then finally our cactus. So all sorts of budget levels still available. We're still able in the US to get some Temu stuff. I'm not sure if I'll share the junk journaling supplies haul that's coming in unless you want me to. So that'll be my question for the day on this is, are you interested in seeing a haul that's all stickers and pretty paper? Let me know in the comments. Not everybody's into that, but I did need to build up some of my supplies as we head toward the holidays and gift making time. So that's what I got for you today. The note of the day is also to be sure and read the websites to find out who's shipping to the US right now, and hopefully that situation will get worked out as they figure out how to collect the tariffs, because I think the way it's set up, if they don't collect tariffs, every package gets an automatic $80 added to it for tariffs, because they don't want to open and check each package and see how much it's worth and all that. So that's why they've stopped for now till they can correctly collect tariffs. So for the right amounts, not the crazy $80. So let me know in the comments. Do you want to see a Temu haul of junk journaling stuff? Because if you do, I'll save it up and pile it up and put it all together in one video. If not, I'll just enjoy this stuff as it comes in, because it's going to come in bits and pieces. So thanks for watching. Continue to keep your head up. Have a good day. Enjoy your diamond painting. Thanks for the support. We're getting close to 5,500 subscribers. It's crazy. So thank you so much. And of course, I've been trying to alternate as I catch up on things. So the next video will be a cross stitch video. And it'll probably be another painting fairy, because I am behind on those, but it could be Wadabiz, which I have an order for them as well, because there is a stitch along coming with Wadabiz that I'm going to join in on. So thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll be back soon.